Yeah, late, but such is life. This time it was because I wanted a burrito. I make no excuses, that's just why it happened. Anyway, so we'll jump into the preamble. We got a little bit to say on this one. As you're aware, I continue to revisit some points as thoughts crystallize. There's a lot of adjustment that goes into being alone with your own thoughts and having this kind of continuing narrative and discourse within your own head and expressing those. I mentioned that before as well. So this time we're talking a little bit more about game design and damage calculations as far as games with guns are concerned. So we were talking about balance, and I was, well, more making fun of people who scream about balance in games with regards to guns. And don't worry, I'm not retracting that stance. I do aim to alienate exactly those people, because they're wrong. Anyway, there's the way that these sorts of things are put into games oftentimes comes with drawbacks that are not necessary. And it's in search of a sense of balance, but that sense of balance comes from a spreadsheet, which, if you're trying to track your game's balance and output and shit via spreadsheet, you are already on the wrong road, because you don't have live data samples, and what you're doing is you're assuming perfect play and ideal conditions. That's not something you're ever going to fucking get, so all of these calculations that you're doing are trash. They are. Without live data, you have nothing. Anyway, so what we see most commonly with games that have firearms in them at all is that they'll come in a few different flavors, and these flavors repeat themselves. You'll have a high rate of fire, then you'll have the lower rate of fire, and these lower rate of fire things are usually more damage per trigger pull, if not more damage per projectile. And then close, medium, far. That's pretty much the way that it is that they're broken up. And then the area of effect things are in their own category, and we'll talk about those another time, because I got shit to say about that as well. Anyway, so typically the way that it goes is that the higher damage per trigger pull, or per projectile, as in some cases it happens to be, the lower the rate of fire and the lower the magazine size. Now, this is supposed to increase openings in your fucking field of fire, and therefore increase vulnerability. It also adds additional downtime for the weapon to make things look more in line on the spreadsheet. But the problem with looking at it this way is that it doesn't take into account the other behaviors that they slap onto this model of gun. That being, if it's, say, high damage per trigger pull and long range, they're also typically going to need, like, relatively precise aiming. You don't have a lot of wiggle room as far as a cone of fire. It'll go pretty much where it is that you point the reticle, and it's not going to spread much or deviate much, because that's the reward. It's also the risk. You run a high risk of missing for these things, being used at the maximum range that they can reach. If it whiffs, and you don't get anything there. You can't exactly just sort of fill the air with projectiles. It's got to be one, and then another, and then another, and then another, and then another. And you can adjust your aim, sure, but it's not going to be quite the same as just flinging shit at the wall, right? With that already in place, things like a decreased magazine size to create further downtime is just another weird hobbling strike against this particular playstyle. There's a right way to do this, and it's not by limiting the magazine. It should be by... you should be balancing this with, like, a higher recoil per trigger pull for, higher damage projectiles. which would force the player to make a choice as to whether or not firing accurately or firing quickly is what it is that they need to do right then and there. This, allows you to define your play by excelling at something, not by being worse than average in another arbitrary numerical sense. So, say that you spend a whole lot of time with these high damage projectile and high damage per trigger pull guns. They have this heavy recoil, and you, the player, learn to compensate by moving your mouse and keep most of them on target when dumping the whole fucking magazine. Some might say that this is unbalanced to put out that much damage that quickly, but it's a skill that the player learned and perfected, as well as made a choice to use in a specific situation. Of course, far off enough out, that's not really going to count for much, but being able to hit someone with a quick follow-up shot from something that is high damage per trigger pull is a skill. So like, when we look at what it is that these games have put together with these things, we kind of end up with mixed messages even within their gun types. The one that we're playing in particular, we have these magazine limitations that are, make no mistake, arbitrary and meant to just say, okay, well, stop what you're doing and reload here and fiddle with this and blah blah blah, but only sometimes. The magazines are fucking weird. We get small round counts, but sometimes they're smaller than what is actually depicted on the weapon, in like the case of the rocket launcher. Or, because they felt that this would be balanced and it would even things out somehow, I'm not sure, we get ones that are comically large on high damage per trigger pull weapons, like the shotgun or the detonator, where there's no magazine to speak of, but you have counts of 6 and up. And I don't... It's when logic like this starts to break down that I start to have real problems with the firearm design and with the gunplay. Because we're already penalizing... Not even penalizing, but we're already making sacrifices for behavior of firearm. A semi-automatic weapon is not going to fire as fast as an automatic, ever. Period. Introducing things like a timed trigger reset, like you see in the Seeker rifle. I can fire it and then I must wait until he is done flinching, basically, and then I can fire it again. The gun has a reciprocating barrel animation that it has to play through, and this is all fucking goofy. If I want to dump my 5-round magazine, I should probably be able to, right? Particularly on bosses or things that are sponges otherwise. Star Citizen is a huge offender in this, in that one of their larger rifles, I forget which one, I want to say the P6, has a trigger reset of like close to a second. So you have to fire 1, 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000. I don't see the value in that. But anyway, back on track with these magazine sizes. So let's pretend that with the Seeker rifle we're using a large fast cartridge. We'll pretend that we're using like the 30-06, that's 7.62 by 6.3 for everyone who has a brain that's correct. So you run into problems in the real world with magazine space, right? You can only stick so many of these things in there and have it feed reliably, and these are things that we should pay attention to when we're designing game guns. What actually does work is going to help with believability for the entire fucking project. You know what I mean? If you're breaking the fantasy with dumb shit, then that leads the player to ask questions about how valid everything else is. So, the 30-06, typically it's in like 8-ish round magazines, but right now, if you're an American, you can order something called the BN36X3 carbine. That can accept a 20-round magazine of 30-06. Now, you'll hurt your shoulder dumping this magazine, just pulling the trigger as fast as your finger will go, but that's your fucking prerogative. I can't do that in a video game for reasons. Not any good ones, just reasons. Because someone has this backwards and confused notion of balance. Is it necessarily fair that I can fling that many projectiles of that kind of speed and, you know, resultant force? Yeah, I mean, it is. Because as the person building the game, my job is not to crowbar in restraints on people that can excel. There isn't a reason to lower the skill ceiling because someone else refuses to or is unable to grasp certain mechanics. You simply include mechanics for other styles of play that may be more agreeable to them. You know, fucking area of effect weapons cover that gap. High rate of fire things cover that gap. So on and so forth. Point being, limiting your magazine size and trigger reset on your guns in games only makes a spreadsheet look nice to you, and to the kind of, like, just absolute, like, gape-a-gap worthless nerds that can't do math to save their lives and don't understand that every DPS calculation assumes perfect play in ideal conditions. Finding an opening is a skill to learn. It's not something for you, the game maker, to crowbar in. And like in the case of player versus environment balancing, the game maker, the game master, the developer, if you're playing on tabletop or in a video game, already has the luxury of setting the environment, which means that you can restrict corridors and lines of sight. The spawn rate, location, as well as like damage, speed, health, weak points, etc. of the opposing forces to the players. So like, additionally hobbling the players with broke brain nonsense is a crutch used by dullards who can't come up with a real mechanic. You know, like, for example, like I gave away the soldering thing, here's one for free. Some of your opposing forces, you know, that are coming to get the player, be they hamburger people, be they fucking meat bugs, be they regular bugs in space, be they fucking goblins, I don't care, whatever. Some of them now exude or throw canisters of smoke or dust or what have you that blind the player to what it is that's in that cloud and make precise aiming difficult. Perhaps they put that directly over the player as a form of curse or a stickiness or something, and that makes a smaller, handier, more rapidly accessible weapon desirable. Something that you don't necessarily have to take time to think about using. You can hold the fuck off button and spray things all over the place, and eventually get the stuff that's coming to get you now that you've been blinded. I mean, you know, there you go. I did it in like 5 seconds. Someone hire me at consultant prices. I'll even be cheap, $60K USD a year, and like I'm yours. Anyway, we'll get to meat now. We will give you ears. We'll give you eyes. And we'll return to this discussion as thoughts continue to crystallize. We got our slats. We're continuing from last save. And let's see where it spits us out. Fucking balls. Okay. So we gotta follow the flares. God. I mean, it's not that far away. Did it register that I had done the other thing? Fucking...
Personal log, Dr. Earl Serrano.
I mean, no, we don't need that. What I need is the missions. I need missions. What do you want me to push to actually get over there? Nothing, apparently. Cool. Let's find it in the key bindings. Controls. Alright. TK stasis, no. Activate, dive roll. Okay. 0G jumping, repel jumping, quick stasis, inventory, mission hotkey, J. So J for journal. Okay. Alright, so it's just the armory, got it. At least it admits that we did the other thing. Good, another med pack, I was worried. We go. Yeah, did we ever? Yeah, it's got 3 canisters. I've upgraded it, in fact, and it only holds 2 rockets. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. And for the reset we got. I'm sure you can hear that. Now, do I think the recoil on this is healthy? Yeah. Yeah, that's good. It should be moving my reticle, though. The character should not automatically reset to where it is that I'm aiming, like he does. Okay, so is this the armory? God only knows, right? We know that that's the skip. So... I mean, that would have to be the armory, wouldn't it? Well, it's just gotta be. Down we go. While we're at it, even for your future guns, it's gotta have somewhere where it feeds. I mean, this is one of Danik's guys anyway, so... don't worry, it's scripted for him to do that, and we can't save him. See? He was already pretty melted. Oh, good. Good, excellent. His ghost is very angry. Fucking super cool. Looks like our other friend is back. Yes, I know. Are we gonna do this every single time? Cool. Anyway... Hell yeah, now I got 2 of them. Great. This fucking game. Like, did they not anticipate people doing anything else? Or were they just convinced that, you know, you could dangle that hook and then they'd never visit another bench, or like, what the fuck here? Alright, anyway, Danik's boys are in trouble. You can see that he got all melted, and well, that's not good for him. Give me this. Give me this. You got anything else? No. Well, good thing we upgraded the range, huh? Otherwise, I'm sure that would have just, like, fucking haunted me. We got plenty of vents. Plenty of man-sized vents. And yeah, you see, like, they already have these rooms where the line of sight ain't the best. So this is already a questionable choice for me. It just... Like, why do the extra then, you know? We've also seen something that, you know, I didn't get to write down for myself to say later. And what is this? Oh, it's a Stasis Amplifier. Well, we can take that apart. We've had moments where I've taken a shot, and the thing has been very close, and it's like the gun kind of clips through them, and so I don't get the damage on it. By just making these weapons long, which they kind of have to be for heavier munitions and stuff, it keeps the barrel stable, allows the powder to burn off efficiently, and so on and so forth. then, you know, we're also fucking around with my ability to move it around in close quarters and all that shit. It just... there are problems built in to basically any weapon choice that you could possibly make, so I don't get this this need to tack on more. And that goes for medieval weapons too. I mean, like there's a lot of bizarre fucking confusion that goes around fantasy RPGs. I've spoken on it a little bit before, you know, how knives don't pierce plate mail. It doesn't matter what you think, it's just... a knife is a poor choice for that. But the inherent advantage to the knife is that you can stick it in your fucking pocket and nobody has to know but you. So you can be armed in a situation where people are otherwise unarmed. That's an advantage, but it's not one that conveys some kind of fucking stat boost so nerds don't understand it. Yeah. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you know. Also, hey, these, this is like a, like maybe a 30-pound skeleton. I don't... You have to do better. You have to do better. You can't just throw these things at someone and be like, look out. Anyway, turn those guys into fucking goop, so unless they reset the props, we should be good going forward. Open. Anything else? Anything fun? A text log, something? Oh, there's some more ammunition. Not necessarily fun, but I'll take it anyway. Open. Yeah, it's getting there. Okay, we did it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Alright, okay, what the fuck was it? There was another thought brewing. Oh, on armor in general. The way that I would like to see systems like that, you know, get expressed going forward is less on this, like, numerical score of damage mitigation and more on penetration values. Because there are some things, like the bony appendages and shit here, that simply would not penetrate armor today, much less armor that is... We'll be generous and say this is one of the SCAFs, so it's 300 years in advance of ours. Oh, hey. I whiffed the shot on the one coming up. Anyway. So that we can, you know, kind of start making sense of that as well, and banish some strange and bizarre notions that get propagated via games. You know, like the whole knives deal, and these bone bits and fucking biting type enemies and all that shit. Like, there's... When you get into material sciences, there's a concept called sectional density, where if the material in the shape that it's in and at the angle that it's impacting doesn't have the right, you know, density in order to not simply fall apart when attempting to penetrate something else, then you know, it fucking don't. It breaks. Bone versus whatever kind of shit this is made out of, whatever bizarre space-age stuff this would happen to be, in order to provide any protection against future guns like what I'm holding here. Anyway. We got this happening. The fucking melee not even pushing them back is frustrating. Like, shove them, Isaac. It's a person. It's got, like, you know, just person mass. There we go. Are we done? Anyway, this stuff is, you know, probably hyper fucking dense. It's got to be made out of some sort of, like, I would imagine at the very least a kind of nanotube-rich sort of super dense weave, maybe like a high molecular weight graphene or nylon, or even perhaps like metal fibers. Okay. Did that guy's limbs just all fall off at once? Did he fail to spawn in right? It looks like it. Sure. Anyway, I was talking about materials, man. Anyway, so the idea that something that's sharp bone and sharp people bone would A, be that wide and flat, and B, be able to then puncture this suit and not just, you know, kind of batter about the guy inside, because it doesn't look like it has much padding, is fucking ludicrous. Likewise, it's ludicrous to think that something that is a handgun would be able to puncture anti-ballistic body armor in any number of other games. You know, say The Division, where they do get into whether or not they're, like, basically what their gun is chambered in. They'll say that this pistol caliber carbine in fucking 45 ACP is doing more damage to someone who is clearly wearing a plate carrier with a plate in it than the rifle that you just exchanged it for, because it has better number, and better number go bigger than better. It's just like, no, it won't. It'll never get through. You will be ineffective shooting that armor.
I want all of them. Every last bullet, Private.
All the bullets.
General Mahat, sir, but without the munitions key...
What's your name, son?
Kaufman, sir? Private Tim Kaufman, sir.
Oh, it's Tim. We know Tim. Yeah, Tim, do you like potatoes?
Yes, sir. I guess so, sir.
Good. Because if you don't find the goddamn key and have those munitions on a train by sundown, you'll be peeling goddamn potatoes for the rest of your goddamn miserable excuse for a military career!
Couldn't say fuck, huh, General? Anyway, it seems like the General had a question of... had a habit of asking Tim questions. There we go. Again, I tried to skip right to the end. My brain had decided we'd spent enough time on that. Yeah, just, like, completely enough time on that thought, and we needed to move on. So yeah, penetration values. It should have a penetration score and a resistance score.
The keys are somewhere.
What's so important at the train depot?
Munitions.
What happens if Parrot finds them first?
Then nobody gets reborn. So keep looking.
Yeah, keep looking. Where are you?
I see him. He's on the sidewalk.
There we go. I guess I was against the railing. There, have that. Now. Hit him. There. I think those fools got Ed. They might have gotten all Ed up. Bye. Bye again. You got more? Because this also, oh hey, you made it. That's fun for you guys. There we go. This also pre-chops them up, like it throws the gibs all over the place, so that's nice. Yeah. Anyway, from that, you know, differential penetration score, depending on how much it penetrates by, should then probably play at least some part in mitigation. And of course, anything below the threshold, it don't. If it relies on penetration to begin with. You know, and that's something that basic defense values try to kind of like compensate for, or at least think about, calculate, by saying, well, you mitigate X amount, and this gun does X amount of damage, so that should almost kind of do it, and account for things like blunt force trauma and shit. But I mean, like, again, with a pistol caliber round hitting a rifle plate, is it going to feel good? No. Are you necessarily going to be like put out of the fight? Yeah, probably not. When you get to rifle caliber, yeah, you will probably end up winded. It's not going to be pleasant. And then you get into future shit like this, and say if the designers had seen fit to put like a hard plate on it, I'm sure that you could make some kind of excuse that they are then padded in a way.
Here's some good news. I found a munitions supply key.
Okay.
Hey, don't get killed before you can use it.
Thanks, Carver.
Well, Carver's got the right idea. Oh, hey. Bye. Do you have more? Yeah, you do. Thanks for announcing your presence. Are we done? We seem to be done. Thank you, Pi.
The general's order has been sir. Can you sign for it? Sir? You serious? You don't know what's going on? No, sir. Forget it. Just get it loaded onto the train. You'll find out soon enough.
Okay. I guess that was Tim getting things loaded onto the train. Oh yeah, so when we then start talking about like player HP and what it is that it takes to put a player down, or in fact any sort of thing within a game, how much damage they can sustain, we should probably stop talking about minor bumps and abrasions and start talking about how much it takes to incapacitate or severely hamper them. Because, you know, I can take a punch in the head and be okay. I'm alright. I didn't like it, but it's not going to really hamper me if I've just been bopped, you know? If I've caught an unfortunate cross, yeah, I may be knocked unconscious based on how hard I was hit and from what angle and so on and so forth. Oh, yeah, hey. Out of the air. Stick something out. There we go. Y'all got more? I shot off his hand and he died of shock. Anyway, so like every little thing can't be part of the HP calculation. If I fall in, you know, like say if I jump off of one of these boxes and bruise my heels, I shouldn't then suffer like actual health damage for it. It just sucks. That's all. Bye. Do you have more? Just fucking tell me if you have more. I'm sure they'll fucking dig a couple more out by the time that I get over to the thing. Artifact. Thought Diary. Initiate Charles Lafayette. Say it, Charles Lafayette. My mouth is already not cooperating. Day 35. As I documented earlier in my thought diary, the events on New Horizons lunar colony left my faith shaken. Fortunately, Rick, my spiritual counselor, had been monitoring my diary and pulled me aside for a pep talk. Oh, that's comforting, I guess. He explained to me what we're doing is a painful but necessary step towards saving the human race from a path of destruction. The deaths, he said, shouldn't bother me. If we do our job and bring about true convergence, all those who have died will join us, and we will transcend the pain in our baser human frailties to become something better, purer, whole. As I sit here, freezing my butt off on a centuries-old bunker on an alien world, those words bring me comfort. Who knows? Maybe I'll be the one to kill Clark, and if I do, will there be a special place for me when convergence comes? Preferably a special place with a heater. No, that's not how it works. You've seen Convergence. But I guess they just gotta have faith. I'm initiating the bypass. Do you want to come headbutt me? We'll see. And... there it is. Alright. But yeah, like what I'm suggesting is that if something could be reasonably ignored as far as an injury, and wouldn't necessarily... God damn it. Every time, though. It's a malfunction. You tried to drop that one on my head. That one jumped out of a hole in the wall. Dude, fuck off. Am I done? Can I open the door now? No. How about now? Is the door better now? Christ. Like, just fucking bury me in meat, I guess, right? At what point in time, Lost Things, do you feel like an encounter is just padding for time? I feel like we're past that point with this. Is this also broken? And, what the fuck else? Yeah, I would think that then what it is that we need to do for the development of these things is just talk to people who know what the fuck they're talking about. What tends to incapacitate a person? What is it that you've seen them shrug off? What is it that they absolutely under no circumstances could? I think these are questions worth asking to make your game not necessarily the most realistic, but realistic in the right ways. you know, you'll see claims of realism being tied to stuff like, well, limited inventory space is realistic. Sure, but only if we know the size and dimension of these objects. Until then, no, it's not. If it disappears into fucking space, then we've spent our realism on the wrong thing. You know, like the stuff that I pick up here. It doesn't actually have, like, anywhere that it gets stored on me. It just goes... So... We're already in the realm of bizarre half-interpretations of reality. Why, then, are we not designing for convenience? Then again, those same people will also claim that, you know, like, Abby from The Last of Us is not realistic. Yes, she is. She's perfectly realistic. You know, if someone has spent actual years training specifically to body some fool, then yeah, they're probably gonna look sort of like that.
Keep quiet.
Why? Who are you talking to? Isaac, if you're telling me to be quiet, no.
He's raised the munitions!
There. Wherever the fuck that came from. Oh, are they just gonna spawn by me now? Yeah, it looks like it. The fucking melee attack is basically worthless, huh? Bye. Are we done? Oh, the chest is just there, and this is another fucking track, I guess. I guess? Yeah. Okay. No, they broke the suit thing. Yeah, it's just as well. Open, please. The hell it is. What have we got that we can throw out? Drop those. Probably drop that too. So, I want the parts box, and the parts box. I don't need the ammo. We'll take the stasis support. So it's just then the medicine and the ammunition, which we are fucking full to burst on. Do I still have the thing in my... Oh, that's right, it's J. Alright, yeah, we're done. Goodbye. Archaeology, fucking disposal, marker containment, these are all locked. The supply depot is also locked. I guess we just take the elevator out. The supply depot locked because we've done it, I guess. Oh, and that elevator's feeling better now. Okay. Well, see ya. My inventory was saving there. That's nice. Camera, why did we... Why? Like, I know that something is happening. Just don't... stop yanking it. As big meat. We'll deal with big meat soon. If you were worried that we would not have a chance to grapple with big meat, you know, put those to rest. Anyway, what the fuck else was I gonna say about penetration values? You might claim that this then gives a distinct advantage to things with high penetration values, and the answer is yes. Because that's how shit works. And I make no apologies for that. you have to design a weapon well in order for it to function. If you don't like that, then too bad. Okay, so now we can make the old contact beam. You remember how that goes. Anything else in here? No. But we do have new upgrades, and they're now, like, +2s. Which is pretty good, but with no detriment. So, can we now make the +2s? We can. Alright. We'll keep that in mind for when and if we need it. I don't think we're at that point yet. I think everything's been still faring pretty well. Torque bar, large med pack, ammo clip. Yeah, we're alright there. We'll need one of those shortly. Good thing the game let us build 2 of them. I mean, just in case one gets lost, right? Get off. Am I done? What am I hearing? Oh. Well, it's done, whatever it was. Well, we're not. I don't hear or see anything. Oh, give me this. Sure. What's one more, right? Also, invulnerable, huh? That's okay. We can just take our time with that, huh? Boop. Another one. Hey, he's just gonna try it again. Fuck off. There. Boop. Okay, man, but like... Sure. Yes. Sure. A twofer. But he's already at work. Well. May they both be prosperous. And that's all that's left of the divider enemies in this game, huh? You won't let me turn it around? No? Okay. A solid concept, flawed execution. They were definitely thinking about the thing when they made those, and you know,
Hey guys,
good monster, but...
I'm back.
Oh, thank God. Did you find all the Senso parts?
Yeah.
Yep. I'll use the bench down here to fabricate it. Hold on.
I mean... We don't have to fabricate it, I just... gotta pull it out of the fucking storage. Gimme. We'll use our standby because it's just... pretty much what it is that we need for everything, right? We'll switch back to the other one just because I like the way that it fucking do. I like being able to shoot them once and have that be that. In the meantime, they've refreshed stuff to steal, so... I remember not too long ago talking, speaking of things that have to be designed well in order to function. Is that where I came in, or is this where I came in? That's where I came in. was speaking to people on a fucking board for Final Fantasy XIV, and they insisted that the shape of a weapon did not matter, and I just...
Who's that?
I want that...
Dick.
I want that ideology to kind of fucking die. Anyway, he was talking to Danik, he's selling us out. Spoilers, by the way. That, you know, you didn't have to reduce surface area of impact on a cutting implement, because no, it'll cut just fine, and it's like, no, that's not how physics works, or shapes, or anything. But it's what people get to get away with as far as their imaginations are concerned, because their imaginations are informed by bullshit. Are we... do I... like, I have it. Do you need me to do something? 40 fucking rounds in this. Why? Okay. Well, it wants me to go this way now. What do you want me to do? I did it. I'm holding it. Did it break itself because I went on a fucking side quest?
Wow.
Okay.
This looks pretty lethal for science.
It wanted the other one.
So what do I do with it?
The research says the scientists took their readings internally. So, I guess we have to pry open the specimen's belly?
Well, that would explain the harpoon guns.
Oh, good.
Okay, sure. So we've got just like great big fucking big meat rib spreaders. Yeah, dude, that's what we got. Are you ready? Are you starved for just like some ultra violence? Okay. He craves it. Chapter 12, Autopsy. Okay. It's charged. And then we gotta reel it, I guess. We're holding. Okay. What's pulling the other rib back, though? No, but what's pulling the other one? They're not even connected, like, down there. Well, what pulled the other one? Fuck's sake. At least make it part of, like, the same fucking... like, those aren't even ribs, are they? They look like legs. These clasp. They move on their own. Oh, good. So, how does this function? In 3-round bursts with some kind of... something. Electricity, maybe? No secondary fire. And then we... yeah, that's fine. It's just all of them from the one. Yeah, fucking totally.
You'll need to ride the cage out to the opening. Norton, can you help us?
Wow, you gotta be kidding me.
I'll save it. I'll go inside. I just need you to lower me down.
Yeah, whatever. Get in the cage.
Like, what's your problem with putting me in there? That's just fucking weird. In we go. It's meat time. I'm there. Go. Also, the game won't just let me do this. Uh-huh. Yes.
So, Santos, how will this work exactly?
Use the gun sensor attachment to locate a nerve cluster. It should ping when you're close.
And then what?
Shoot a probe into it, I suppose. My telemetry should light up and we'll have the location of the machine. Finally, something simple, right?
Right.
Sure. Anyway, now we're inside Big Meat. Oh, there's the fucking... For details, locate the synapses. Anyway...
Alright, I guess I just aim the probe and follow the ping. Doesn't sound too hard.
As you can imagine, we'll eventually be attacked in here. That may or may not be one of them.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Need to find a stronger signal ping.
I don't think it beeps when I don't have it up. Yeah, no. It's apparently a dead end. Some things to hold this fucking sphincter open. Fucking meat caves, right? Is it? Is it that? Yes.
God, Santos, it's moving!
Don't worry, it's quite dead.
Well, I mean, we did just fucking peg a nerve cluster. Anyway, there you go. They come in enhanced. They take more damage to kill and do more damage to us. Fucking standard shit. I think for these in particular, they just kind of doubled it. Like, they just went, yeah, fuck it. Twice. Twice is what we're doing.
Isaac, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
This thing's got one hell of a defense mechanism. Well, did it work?
No, the signal is just a trickle. I can't get a fix on any specific location.
All right. We're gonna find another nerve cluster.
Yes, good idea. That should boost the signal.
Oh, the signal's just a trickle. We'll have to do it again. How do you like them meat steps? Is that doing it for you? Are you scared? It's just so spooky, you guys. So, is it this one? Yeah.
Not again.
Yeah, again.
All right. Come on. Come and get me.
Huh?
Is everything okay?
Yeah. Look.
Do you have more?
I want to get out of here. How's the signal?
Definitely stronger, but...
One more?
One more.
Okay. Our brains. Isaac still has that bad brain.
Isaac, it worked! It worked! I've got the fix on the machine's location!
Santos! Not now!
From where? Oh. Through the fucking cage wall, huh? Alright, well, whatever. Get off my head. That was a really weak sounding stomp. With all the other stomps making this big throaty thud, you'd figure they'd have that one in the bag, but...
That better be the last of them. Santos, please tell me you got what you needed.
Yes, thank you. It will take me a moment to sift through the data.
Fine. I'm gonna head back to the cage.
I'm already in the cage. I'm here.
Ready when you are, Norton! Norton!
Santos, we have a fix on the machine?
Yes. There are thousands of signals, all concentrated far below the planet's surface.
Cool.
That has to be it. There's an entrance further up the mountain beneath a second dig site.
Further up the mountain, there's sheer cliffs.
Well, I saw some climbing gear still below. Santos and I will start setting up at the base of the cliff. Norton, can you make sure Isaac gets out safely?
Sure, I'll take care of it. And Ellie,
Yeah.
I love you. You know that, right?
What? Yeah, of course. Isaac.
Fucking ice cold, Ellie. Jesus. Anyway, I'm still having trouble, like, grappling with the fact that the narrative quite literally said, like, our lead character here, in fact, said, no, just let us fight over you, Ellie, like you're a thing to win. And one of us will win eventually, and you'll just have to accept the result.
Norton, open the cage.
No.
Okay, bye.
What? If you want to die here, now's your chance. I'm taking control of this mission again.
Hey, where you going?
Saving Ellie. No.
Okay.
No.
I mean, it doesn't seem all that tough to just break it. We are still holding our gun, Isaac. You're an engineer, right?
Ellie, can you hear me?
Yeah, there we go.
Damn it. Jam my signal.
Oh no, his signal is jammed. That keeps happening to him, despite, I guess, supposing to be a smart man. Also, that scene plays out even if Carver is with us, and Carver isn't like, hey Cap, you do understand that this is grounds for me to terminate you, right? You are clearly not fit to command. No, nothing of the sort. Okay. Into the safe. And then... because fuck the probe gun, right? Yes, please. Even better. Okay. We've cleared them both out. What'd we get? Some stuff to take apart. Wait. No? Okay, cool. What? Oh, probe frames. Okay. Specifically designed to support the probe, so we could have the probe. If we wanted. I don't want it. It's the rail accelerator, the repeater. Why is it marking all of these as new? These aren't new. Yeah, okay. Weird. Fucking weird. The stasis coding, okay, fine. Stasis support, no. The amplifier, no. Anything else here? Oh, the fucking scope, no. We don't need the scope. I believe the scope just increases zoom range. What? Those aren't new. Thanks anyway. Yes. Yeah, basically. Okay. Well, we can definitely refill on this. This is, we can fucking do this too. Cool. Alright, is this looking like our inventory? Yeah, it's looking like our inventory. that way. Apparently. But that way is not the way we're going. We're gonna go this way. Whole lot of nothing there, huh? Open. And yet, like, Norton has betrayed you. Uh-huh, he sure did. What do you want me to do about that? Yeah, it looks like we're fully upgraded there, so the only thing left to do is... transducers. Yeah, fuck it. We may as well, right? There, our stasis is upgraded. Our kinesis is what's next. Scrap metal. And some transducers, okay. It ain't like we won't pick up a bunch more of these. Downloadable content. Oh, okay. Well, you can buy things directly from there. Hi, where are you going, man? You getting places? I know, you can't be trusted for even a heartbeat. That's okay. He craves chaos. Why? You know, it's box physics. Just have it break. Anyway, we're bound to get attacked in here, right? Seems like that kind of spot. Guess not. Weird. No, we need to be up. Alright. Ow. Oh, hey, Carver's here too. That's nice.
I wouldn't believe the trouble you've saved me.
Nice work.
What? Well, here he is. The marker killer, Isaac Clarke. And here we are. The marker homeworld. You know, I must admit, I almost didn't believe such a place existed. But thanks to your friend, Norton, I finally found it.
That's how they followed us through shock space.
Well, oh, he is a bright one.
All he wants is Isaac. Carver, the rest of us can go home. Deluded son of a...
Hey! You've got me. Let the others go.
It's a very difficult thing, you know, undoing the damage man has done. Everything we touch, we contaminate, we corrupt. The markers had a plan for us, but we took what should have been a magnificent gift and perverted it.
Jesus, spare us the bullshit.
I've spent an entire lifetime trying to undo the damage man has done. Fighting EarthGov's ongoing research, liberating the markers from those profane testing facilities. And now, I just have one problem left to purge. All of you.
No, you promised me a ship, Danik. We had a deal.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. But I can't afford to leave even one of you left alive. Apologies for misleading you, Captain.
Shocker of shocks. And, you know, again I say, hey, Norton, you can't be that stupid. There's no way he lived.
Here!
The shrapnel would have absolutely fucking murdered him. There's just no way.
Come on! You fucking kidding me?
Big meat's away. Carver, put your helmet on.
Move, Norton! Move!
think this would be the end of our conflict with Norton. It's not. Okay. Yeah, that dodge roll just isn't really worth anything. It would have been more than good enough for that, but I guess not. I picked the wrong way to run. This is just part of it, if I remember right. Yeah, this is just part of it. Good thing these suits are as good as they are. Yeah, see? You remember these. They were in Dead Space, the original. Also, I call it... Well, I mean, we've gone over Dead Space, I think. I'm pretty sure. And now we have to continue on our inner space journey. It's just think big instead of us small. With all the bouncing around we do, these suits have to have some kind of impact resistance then, right? So not even the blunt force trauma of being clubbed should really do much. Hey, we lived. Carver, put your helmet on.
Whoa!
Oh, for real?
You made us come down here. You encouraged her. Now look where we are. Between Danik shooting at us and whatever the fuck that was, what chance have we got?
I just killed it, so pretty good.
I tried to save us. You are the real problem here, Clark, but not anymore.
Captain!
Stand down, Sergeant. This is all your fucking fault. She doesn't love you.
Okay. We're done. He really did that, huh?
Oh, fuck. Come on. He won't stay dead forever, not around here.
I'm not gonna tell Ellie.
Hey. You tell her the truth. Now let's go.
Thank you, Carver. You tell her what happened. He was kind of fucking nuts. He sold us out, tried to kill us, and shot him. The end. Also, yeah, that's Isaac's. Don't steal people's stuff, Norton. I think his corpse just fucking flew away. Yeah, it's gone. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. Good. Cool and good. Anyway, reach for the sky. This is the excavation? Yeah. Survey offices. A camp. Yeah, we can touch that, because we got pegged a couple of times by that thing. Oh, bench. But yeah, fucking Norton, I don't get it. I don't get it. People say, oh, it was marker madness. I'm going, that's not how it's been depicted. Usually they try to kill themselves, right? Like that's how it works. 2 damage, 1 reload. See, now we're getting into the better shit. Fucking make sure that that's scanned. Alrighty. So 1 reload, 1 damage, that's gotta be replaced. And that's 1 reload, 1 damage, so we can replace that. Craft and equip, please. Everything else looking fine for right now. Let's hop to this one. There's a reload and damage. And then we can do that. Looking good? Looking good. Because hey, why not have more damage, right? A small one, torque bar. We'll stack another couple of those, why not? We'll run into stuff, I'm sure. Set our boy to work here. You know, he gets at it. The both of them do. You can't keep these guys down. That will require us going up. Alright, gimme. The honey badger. You remember when that was a meme? A honey badger don't care? Oh, good. Did you tell her?
Isaac.
You didn't even prepare her? Carver, dick move. Oh, he's fucking dead. Now listen, he's dead. He went absolutely bananas.
What?
I'm sorry. I had no choice.
Norton betrayed us, Ellie. He was ready to kill us. Isaac did what he had to do to save the mission. Come on. We gotta keep moving.
Thank you.
Now there are only 4 of us left. I can't do this.
Then we leave you behind. If you can't keep your head, you're a danger to everybody.
You're horrible.
Nobody's leaving anybody.
I mean, yeah, that was unnecessary.
Now, come on. Let's get to the top of this mountain. Together. Together.
The way to handle that is to say, listen, we don't have any choice but to go forward, okay? We gotta go. Even if we're abandoning this, if we're scrapping it and saying, hey, we are not equipped to handle this, forward is the way out. But, you know, why write anyone with any kind of leadership chops at all? Just vague messages about togetherness and unity. And not pleading your case, not showing that you are in charge. Just being in charge, because you're the guy on the cover. Activate. Also, hey, points for this, though. Fucking check it out, Jim. Isaac hooks in.
We're gonna start an avalanche if we all try to climb this.
What do we do?
I'll climb up first and have a look around. Maybe there's a safer route.
And he's got his crampons. We learned about those on his feet, so that this could reasonably happen. I'm not sure about where the cord is retracting to, though. It's not into this hook. This is just a hook. But, you know, maybe we could have done something like a wheel that's turning on the suit. Still better than Jim, who gets hauled everywhere by his fucking wrist. I don't level the same things at Wayne because Wayne is clearly beyond us all. He is immortal. Wayne doesn't fly apart when you shoot him with a rocket. Seen it happen. Again, I'm seeing icicles, which means that this has a melt and a flow. That should be concerning. Alright, but we've definitely gone up, but I guess we need to go up-er.
Ellie, come on. Norton was pointing a gun at my face. I'm sorry.
Is that supposed to make it okay? You never believed in me.
Oh my god.
Mission or us.
Oh my god.
Find someone else to help me, and now he's dead. You sabotaged it. Just like everything else.
What's that supposed to mean? Is that what you really think?
Yes. They brought you here at gunpoint. I guess that's what it took.
I'm not here because someone put a gun to my head.
Yes, you are.
Dead because someone put one to his.
Oh my god. Who would react this way? And like, really, this is we remember Ellie, right? She wouldn't just be like, yeah. I mean, this is 2 for 2 now, as far as nut bars that you have shot in my defense. I hear scraping of metal, so I'm gonna assume that there's boys in there. I'm gonna take their stuff. Gimme. Compact standard frame. We'll see what angle they pop out at. Oh no, I see the shadow. Oh, these are enhanced. They take 2 bullets. Can't just give people good game butt pats like that, man. I don't know you guys like that. Stomp. More stomps. Because maybe they have treasure? Maybe treasure? Not looking like it. That way and even more up-est. Alright, well, it flew away. Maybe it was ammunition. Weller's compact frame. Oh, like Gabe. Gabe, who we didn't get to meet, because that DLC does not appear to be available where I own Dead Space 2 now. Gabe's fucking thing was a seeker rifle, though. Gabe was a dude after my own heart. I don't... Alright. His compact frame. To the left and up again. There we go.
Guys, I found a cargo cage, but it's wedged into the cliff. I'll try to free it and send it down. Ellie, you hear me?
We see it. Come on, Ellie.
Yeah, for real, like, is this...
The cage is on its way now.
Is this the fucking time?
Ellie, can you see it? Ellie!
Oh God! Look out! That's us! Get behind me!
Ah, shit! Try to drive it away!
Ellie! 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 Ellie!
We'll stop yelling and start getting to it, Clark. I mean... Like, when were we gonna arm Ellie and Santos? We know Ellie can hold her own. She shoots just fine. I'm sure we could give Santos a crash course. Because, like, having even one person unarmed and unable to protect themselves at this point is fucking nuts. Like, yeah, she's a scientist and not a soldier, but conditions are kind of fucking crazy, right? They've gotten extreme on this lost planet. You missed, you fucker. You have more? Oh, there it is. There. Yes, good. Yes, good. Okay. Is that an arrow? No, that's a fucking climbing hook. An ice or rock axe. Okay. Well, we're in the ice caves. At least it's not gray, you know? Well, I mean, it is gray, but it's got blue in there. Oh look, somebody else set up these things for us. That's nice of them. Ammo support. Yeah. And... oh, there it is. Yeah. That way and upper again. Yeah, I hear boys up there. I'm sure we'll have to shoot while we're on the climb. Yeah, there it is. Fuck off. Hey, you. Also fuck off. Nah, I saw the blood go. Being dickheads. And then another one. Fuck you guys. Can't hop while we reload, huh, Clark? Alright. I mean, the fuckery of that seems a little bit unreal, but... alright, sure, fine. We made it.
Isaac, we're okay. We drove it off.
Oh, thank God.
Look, about Robert. I just don't understand why he would try to kill you.
He blamed me for all the trouble we're in. He kept pushing to go home. I kept pushing to stay.
Right, but the mission is all that matters. I thought Robert understood that.
I'm here for you. I mean that.
It's fucking... come on, dude. Nah, listen, I understand if you need some space. This is tough to process. Talk if you want. I know it's been some time. Just straight into, well, I'm here for you. My arms are open, Ellie. Come to me. The old one is dead. I remain. Fucking nuts. Fuck off. I-frame looks like, okay. The other one took only 2. I can never tell when it's one that's like coming up behind me or it's just a bit flopping. Alright. Again, I saw the blood go, but whatever. Bye. Yeah, fucking give me that. Give me that too. But I can see it, so just give it to me. Ooh, a third friend. That's a treasure. They're the only ones I can count on. And we will read that in just a moment. I'll be right back. Alright, I have returned. The witch is now awake from her slumber. We got a log from Dr. Ramsey Bergerac. The soldiers at base camp have taken to calling it the Snow Beast, like it was some sort of modern-day Yeti. The eyewitness descriptions match very closely those of a frozen creature we found at the Facility 1 dig site. I mean, it does, though. That's what they're saying. That's where they found it. Okay? Alright. Closely those of a frozen creature we found at the Facility 1 dig site, and another we are piecing together at Facility 2 up on the mountain. It's a curious crustacean, something I'd expect to find on a deep-sea expedition rather than a trek through a frozen waste. How this one survived where the others did not proves it has a great deal of resilience. If we're going to learn anything about these ancient beings, I must get a closer look. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Probably do want to study that. I mean, probably. Anyway. Further thoughts on armor systems in games. Because, you know, all good thoughts come to you while you are in the facilities. Another question that I remember getting asked about some of the systems that I had introduced for, like, homebrew tabletop crap is that, you know, then what is the disadvantage of wearing heavy armor all the time?
Okay. I found another lift point. Still no winch. You guys all right?
So far. We're just at the cage.
Okay.
It's infested pretty bad up here. I hope I find a winch soon.
Isaac, just be careful. I don't need to lose both you and Robert in the same day.
Thanks, Ellie.
I mean, now that's more like the Ellie that we're familiar with. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm asked what the disadvantage is of wearing heavy armor all the time, and I would... My first response is, you're asking me the wrong question. In that, you're only thinking of disadvantages in terms of combat, and the answer is none. There aren't any. Fighting anywhere, anytime is an extremely active thing that requires a great deal of dexterity, deftness of movement, understanding of positioning, so on and so forth. There is no such thing as someone who simply lumbers around and is an excellent combatant. That's not real. This is the honey badger. A rivet shotgun and a hydraulic, quote, eviscerator. There you go. Do we have any others? No. Okay. We do have Weller's compact frame, right? So we could maybe fuck around with that. I've been sitting on the other one for a good long time, so let's see. Let's see. Upper circuits 3. Upper tool only. Well, Weller, that's that. No dice, my boy. No dice. Anyway. So, the disadvantage to... if you needed to consider any for heavy armor in combat, in actual fighting, would maybe be that you aren't prone to sprinting quite as much, or as far. Just because, you know, that gear weighs something, but you're typically not just in a dead sprint if you're fighting. You're moving short distances and waiting for cover and all that sort of stuff. And frankly, fights typically don't last all that long, like we've gone over. Outside of that, maybe you can't tuck quite so easily behind objects just because there's extra bulk of equipment, but that's it. Balancing your kit on yourself is much more important than just like the weight of any individual piece, or the resistance rating of any individual piece. So if you've stacked all of your heavy shit on one side, you're gonna have problems moving around, and you know, you want to spread that out and probably keep the heavier things, magazines and all that shit, closer to your center of gravity, likely around your waist and hips. It's easiest to carry things there. Anyway, what players are not thinking of are disadvantages to simply walking around like you are ready to start trouble at any given time. And this is largely... we're slowing down objects. Well, okay. Stasis works here too, I guess. That's nice. Okay. Nah, though. Oh! Alright, well, I wasn't touching it, but it fucking killed me. Yes? Okay. Anyway, back to it. We got the whole stasis thing going on here. So anyway, if you are walking around like you are looking to start trouble, or that, you know, behaving as if trouble may arrive at any particular point in time in, like, the immediate future, then yes, authority figures are going to assume that shit that goes awry may be your fault. And, you know, they may have shit to say about that specifically. I guess I'm not at the jump over point yet. No? Still no? Okay. Well then, do I need to... So let's see where this goes, because I could swear that's the that's well past the spot where I would need to leap. Yeah, that time it worked. I guess I just wasn't allowed to previously. Anyway, and this kind of misunderstanding of what a disadvantage is, it is due in no small part to the way that games are constructed. It's typically a combat system, and then that is it. That is where the systems begin and end, and everything else is a simple comparison of, like, stats. You know, it's why people think that charm is mind control, or even, like, any kind of social convincing skill. There is such a thing as, you know, convincing someone of something, of the merits of doing a specific thing, and them still not following through on you because they can't. Like, they're on your side, you got them, but it's still their job. You know, if they fuck this up, they're fired, or if they fuck this up, then any number of other things happens. They think you're right. They're still not going to help you. And it just, I don't know, I would prefer an approach to things like that within games to be more prevalent than it is. Where instead of saying, well, if you have heavy armor, then you move it half a mile an hour and you can't duck because it's just too heavy, and it's like, that's not how it works, man.
Hang on to something.
Wait! I don't like this.
Just talk to me. And don't look down. What's our next step?
Well,
alright.
We now know that in order to turn off the machine, we'll need some sort of key. The researchers called it the Codex.
Okay. So where is it?
We have to make one.
How do we do that?
The same way they did 200 years ago, with Rosetta's research. Oh my God!
Take it easy, take it easy. Just blown a fuse. Maybe I can divert power from the lights.
There we go. Looks like Santos is afraid of heights. And this is actually a decent way to display that. Just show the character being afraid, like, you know.
So, tell me about this, Rosetta.
Well, we don't know much. Just that the Codex was made from her research.
Where will we find it?
In the facility at the top of this mountain.
Great. See? We're almost done.
Okay, there we go. And we're good. That's not replacing a fuse, though. Yeah, by hand, not with the kinesis module.
See, that wasn't so bad. Not bad. I was crying the whole way. Just get me some solid ground under my...
Run. You got... No, the other way.
Give me a hand.
Too heavy! No, I got it!
Take me, please!
You gotta jump.
Isaac! It's gonna take the whole cliff face down and us with it! I can reach her! Just hang on!
You gotta jump.
Santos! Give me your hand! Isaac, it's too late for that! Cover, no!
Okay.
God damn it! I had her! It was gonna take us all down with it!
It is crumbling right now. But yeah, there was...
I promised her! I could have reached her, but just had another second!
Well, now it's this. Anyway, one of you hold the winch, the other one shoot the thing. Tell Santos to just make a run for it. She kind of didn't. She probably could have made that leap. Cutting the cord was wrong, though. But I guess it's dramatic.
God, Ellie.
Isaac, it was pulling the whole cliff down. You couldn't have saved her.
No, but we could have, though.
Yeah, I think there's a way up around the side.
Yeah, no idea where she went to. Off we go. Back into the snow. Oh, but wait. Okay. Even at a sprint, huh? Bye. Alright.
Hey, use that generator to get those harpoons working!
Shush. I'm doing something right now. That's a threeber.
Try to lure him to those tracking lasers!
Alright. Yeah, come here. He just did not stasis. Oh, okay.
Control, quick! He's gonna break free!
I'm mashing it. We're doing the thing. Here we go. Truly it was a crab battle. Give it up, man. You know the explanation that they gave for the necromorphs dying when you sever their limbs? I found this out recently as I was desperately clawing away trying to fucking figure like anything positive about this. It is in fact that they move their limbs like a spider does, so with their heart, and so the muscle tissue engorges when it pumps a bunch of blood into it, and that's how it is that they get the limbs going. I don't know how that would work with like a bipedal balance, but whatever, here we are. So when you sever a limb is when all the blood fucking comes spurting out all at once, but you would also figure that that would need like an open circulatory system for the size of creature, which means that if you put holes in any of it, it would fucking just fall over like it does in this game. This one, it doesn't. It seems that just everything's just kind of soaked in the body fluids, so a hole in it, they don't seem to regenerate. A hole in it would be catastrophic, right? The more that I hear about the necromorphs, the more questions that I have. Alright. Anyway, that's finally the last time we'll see that. If you can't come up with enough bosses for your game to have the number of boss fights that someone has said that you should have, just cut it. There was no reason to fight that thing 3 times. Yeah, okay. Well. You sure? Anyway, I'm just gonna keep going up the way I was going. It was all very exciting, though. I was excited. Yeah, okay. Hey, we got there. Ellie, where's your helmet?
Hey.
Let's not do this by the cliff face.
You're a good man, Isaac.
Let's not do this by the cliff face.
Everything you could.
No, I didn't. I gave up, Ellie.
This is extremely precarious. Oh my god, not now.
Must be the place. But how the hell do we find this Rosetta?
She must have a lab up there someplace. We should look for an office or a set of files, anything with her name on it. We can take that to the entrance.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, let's. Go. Go. Go, dude. Keep your fucking helmet on. This is ridiculous. Everything has its place. Two damage, one rate of fire. That's, you know, that's handy. Up we go. Shake it off.
You go on ahead.
I see a ground route. I'll shoot directions to your rig. We'll meet at the facility.
I'm wondering what these things are on his forearms there. What are those attach points to? I don't think it's for seeds. It's been a contentious point for him. We're giving him more like vegetables and stuff, and the boy loves seeds. He seems to be taken to the vegetables pretty good though, so that's nice. But like, you know, his previous food had the pellets and shit, and he would just eat around them. Yeah, cause he's a shit and he makes his own choices, and that is both the joy and the danger of having him around, is that he's smart enough to make decisions. You can watch him puzzle things out. Am I done? Okay. Yeah. It looks done. Also, for real, like, so the body fluid thing being how they work also raises questions about what happens when it freezes. Like, if it's not generating heat. This isn't a body that's undergoing mitosis or really anything. It's not processing materials. So how does it then avoid just becoming a solid? Or the ones in space where the radiation has been just stripping shit away and they are very, very, very dry now. How do they move, period? There's no fluid to put into the muscles, and like, they don't take in fluid, so their open and ragged appearance would also serve to undermine their ability to move. You remember the Twitchers? You remember them? Are you scared of them yet? I'm scared. I'm fucking petrified. Thinking that I could ever live without them by my side. So these are the marker bits that, like, the guy was in awe of. He cried about it. He's been to fucking space. He's seen things that, well, I've only dreamed of, and maybe you've dreamed of them too, lost things, you know, these seas of stars and celestial bodies, fucking enormous and magnificent and uncaring, but beautiful in that way, all the same. But this dude is just like, is that some fucking pointy rocks? Oh my god, there's beauty in the world. He fucking collapsed to his knees and wept about it. Okay, I guess they either just spawned in or tumbled otherwise. They're trash now. I made them into trash. It's my King Midas-like power. Everything I touch turns to garbage. Open. Is there absolutely anything in here? No? Okay. Oh, sick. A working spaceship. Let's kill everyone on board and steal it.
Heads up. Looks like Danica's had time to regroup.
Damn it. How do we find Rosetta if she's been dead for 200 years?
Oh my... we're still persisting with this. I forgot.
Rosetta Lab. It's here.
Perfect. Send me the coordinates. Now let's hope Danica doesn't find us before we can build this codex.
Again, like we don't know what a Rosetta Stone is in the world, though. Who could she be? Fuck you. A Seeker rifle. Like, we haven't already built exactly that, right? But it's got a rocket launcher on it, so it's even cooler. Alright. I keep waiting for them to do their cheap shot while I'm doing this. They did it in the last game. I'm sure it's coming. Heavy standard. What am I carrying that I don't need? These, as always. Gimme. Gross. Get off. See, those guys have some suits on them that work out pretty good. Okay. Oh, they ran. And swapped places. Let's get a look at you. No. Had a wrench. So it's just kind of like your standard goopster. How about you guys? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they died wearing similar suits to ours. After 200 years, I can understand that. But like with any of the threats present, no, not really. You know, just age. Anyway, they now seem to take 2 bullets. The Terror. Alright, is there a bench or is it just... Oh, okay, cool. Great. Sick. 2 boys returned. Alright, so what did we pick up? The rate of fire? Alright. So... rate of fire and damage on the bottom there. Great. 2 damage, 1 rate of fire. And then... 2 damage, 1 rate of fire. Another. And then that's that for right now. So the rest of them can be taken apart. A few more of these. Because why not? We got med packs aplenty. Is there anything else to really do at this point? I suppose we could see what, yeah, we would have to... Or it would be in blueprints, I'm sorry. That's a secret rifle. We'll use scavenged parts, if available, for construction. I mean, yeah. I guess it means it'll automatically slap it together if we have the parts just sitting there. Is there anything else we can do to this? So we got, like, the precision tip and everything. Nope. 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 Oh, and the other one got done in the meantime. Cool. More bits. Let's have a look here. The Legionary suit. I believe that is, yeah, Tim's suit. Let's see. Because we've been wearing this one for a bit. Remember to suit up before handling any hazardous materials. Solid advice. Well, we have kind of seen it before, haven't we? It's similar to the other suit that we had, it just doesn't have the red accents. And yeah, that's Tim's suit. Rip Tim. I'm not gonna pretend to be Tim, you know that we can't replace him. It's just not an option. We got the Marauder, we got the Sharpshooter. Well, let's switch back to the Sharpshooter for a little bit, in memory of Tim, but we don't want to make a mockery of the man's legacy. So we'll get a slightly different color palette, and we'll run with that. There, besides the color palette on the mask makes this one look like it's got a smiley face. Let's see if we can get that on light. Not really. We're kind of fucked for light. There we go. There we go. See, you got like a smiley face. It's not a good smile, like we're not good at smiling, but alright. So let's, now that we've spent our time fucking around like that, let's conquer the Rosetta Labs next time. You know, we're almost there. We've done Big Meat. I think we have the labs and the ruins and then the ending, such as it is. We'll send you here, and I'll go here too. So yeah, there we go. Some maybe mildly coherent thoughts on game design, maybe suggestions as to what it is that you might want to do with your firearms if you indeed have firearms in your game, and the same can be applied for stuff that you whack a dude with. A club, of course, not going to penetrate very well, but if you put spikes on it, well, then maybe. But it's also not really the point, and inflicts enough kind of blunt trauma to not really need the penetration. And these are not things that game systems take into account. It's just damage values, just armor values, and a straight mitigation thing. And simpler, absolutely, but realistic it isn't. And then the things we do trend toward as far as realism, focus is in the wrong place. So yeah, we'll leave you to wander alone. I'll do my best to clear up some of these thoughts and make them more presentable as we go forward, but for now that's what we got. Alright, yeah, until next time, by yourselves. See ya.